Welcome back. I'm Aalok Guptaa, mathematics mentor and coach at Kkhyatis EdTech. सुबह से लगा हुआ हूँ आपको सिखाने के लिए। आज लेकिन मेरा हौसला बहुत बुलंद है। 9th ग्रेड का ICSE बोर्ड का आज फुल ट्रिग्नोमेट्री चैप्टर का वीडियोस पे रिकॉर्ड करके आपके लिए करके ही जाऊंगा। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट। Let's go to chapter number 24. We have finished 22 and 23. Now we'll try to finish chapter number 24, solution of right angle triangles. So let's directly go to the exercise. I'm sure you lot of people have asked me certain queries which I'll try to revisit here. Okay. So first of all, I think everyone knows the sum of angles of a triangle, like let's say A, B, and C. So they are all equal to, if I say A plus B plus C is always 180 degrees. This property we must be knowing. So a lot of people say that ये पता तो है लेकिन ऐसा क्यों होता है वो नहीं पता है. I'll explain it to you. तो let us say ये साइड जो BC है ना, मैं इसके पैरेलल में एक साइड A के वर्टेक्स से पास होते हुए बनाता हूँ. तो now BC and this line A, let us say AD, they have become parallel. So once they have become parallel, let us say I am saying this angle is A, this angle is B, and this angle is C. So which means this angle and this angle become same because they are alternate angles between two parallel lines. This is the transversal line. So this will become C. Same way, if these two lines are parallel and AB is the transversal line, then B and this also will become same. They are alternate angles. Now I know that this entire angle is 180. So which means angle A plus angle B plus angle C is 180 degrees. Bingo. तो ये यूज करना है अपने को और कुछ नहीं. पैरेलल लाइंस का फंडा और सम ऑफ एंगल्स इज 180 का फंडा. ओके. So let us try to. So this is understood. The solution of right angle triangles means if there will be a right angle triangle which will be given to you, maybe one angle is given to you, one side is given to you. You have to find the remaining angles and remaining sides. So these are the kind of questions that will be asked in this chapter. So let us try to take first sum. What does first sum say? I am being given a right angle triangle जो अजीब तरीके से बनाया है इन्होंने. ये 90 डिग्रीज है, ये 60 डिग्रीज है, इसका 20 है लेंथ, इसका x है. मेरे को अभी x फाइंड आउट करना है इसके अंदर. तो आई नो दिस टू साइड्स आर परपेंडिकुलर, विच मीन्स अगर x निकालना है तो ये एंगल अगर मेरे को यूज करना है तो मैं sin 60 यूज करूंगा, बिकॉज sin 60 बाई ये हाइपोटेनस है ना, तो sin 60 इज अपोजिट अपॉन हाइपोटेनस. तो 20 अपॉन x. sin 60 कितना होता है? √3/2 होता है कि नहीं होता है? So 20 upon x. So if I have to find x, I'll take x on that side and 2 on this side and √3 down. So this will become 40 upon √3. So if I have to simplify this, I can say 40 √3. I will rationalize the denominator. That is 40 √3 upon 3 should be the answer. Okay. Next. Similarly, I've been given, let us try to do third sum, which goes like this. I've been given a triangle like this. This is 90. This is 45 degrees. This is x and this is 20. तो इसमें क्या मतलब है? मेरे को x निकालना है तो मैं वापस साइन यूज करूंगा. साइन 45 is this upon this. तो साइन 45 अगर मैं यूज करूंगा तो 20 अपॉन x. बट साइन 45 की वैल्यू मुझे 1/√2 मालूम है, तो मुझे x मिलेगा कि नहीं मिलेगा? So x will be 20√2. Even in question they're asking you to find it to the correct 2 decimal places or something, तो आप 20 into 1.41 कर लेना. Next. Let us take some challenging sum. Let us go to sum number 3. So what does sum number 3 say? Find the angle x. So I've been given a triangle like this. This angle is x. There is a perpendicular which is dropped here. This is 60. This distance is 30. And this is given to me as 20. So I have to find the angle x. So first of all, I can find the angle x if I apply sine here. So I will do sine x is this side. Let us say I take this as y. Is y upon 20. So sine x is this upon this, opposite upon hypotenuse. Now I can find x if I know y. But can I know y from here? In this triangle, can I find tan 60? Because tan 60 is opposite upon adjacent, which is 30 upon y. But tan 60 is root 3, right? So that is 30 upon y. So y will become what? 30 upon root 3. Now if I rationalize the denominator, so this will be root 3 into root 3, which will 30 root 3 upon 3, which is 10 root 3. So y की जो वैल्यू है मेरे को 10 root 3 मिल गई. अब मेरे को sin x निकालना है, x निकालना है, तो sin x is 10 root 3, y की वैल्यू अपॉन 20, ये कट गया, सो रूट 3 by 2 है. sin x रूट 3 by 2 कब होता है? sin 60 is root 3 by 2. इसका मतलब ये जो x की वैल्यू है वो 60 डिग्री हो. बिंगो. क्लियर? So you understood how to handle the triangles using trigonometrical ratios. Let's do fourth का second part. Let's do fourth का second part. What does the sum say? You have been given a triangle which looks like this. They have joined here. Then there is something like this. This is A, this is D, this is C, this is B. This is given to you as 100 meters. This angle is 60 degrees. Now this is equal to this. And I have to find AD. I have to find this value. Let us say I will take it as x. Okay, so first of all, if I have to find out x, and what I have been given, I have been given this, and these two sides are equal, which means this angle is equal to this angle because this is an isosceles triangle. Yes or no? So if this is an isosceles triangle, so let us say this angle is y and this angle is y. Clear? Now this entire angle is 180, full angle in the line. If this is 60, will not this angle be 120 degrees? Correct? Now if I take BCA as triangle, the sum of all the angles is 180. This is 120, balance 60. ये दोनों same है, मतलब 30-30 होंगे, तो y becomes 30 here also and this angle also becomes 30. तो इतना अपन ने find out कर लिया. So now this angle B is 30 degrees. So this is 30 degrees. Now I have to find AD. So can I use tan 30 here or sin 30 here? Sin 30 in this triangle, right angle triangle, is opposite, which is x, upon hypotenuse, which is 100. Sin 30 is half x upon 100. So x is 100 upon 2, which is 50 units. निकल गया AD का, x is AD का then निकल गया. Let's do next. Let's do fifth one. What does fifth one say? This is A, this is D, this is C. This angle is 60 degrees and this angle is 45 degrees. And BC, this is given to me as 40 centimeters and this is 90. I have to find out this length. Okay. So if I have to find out this length, let me first take triangle AC, this bigger triangle, and let us say this entire length is X. Okay. So let me first find out this entire length, or let us say not this entire length, let this be X and this be AD, right? So in the small triangle which is making this 45 degrees, this triangle, can I say tan 45 is this upon this? Tan 45 is opposite upon adjacent, X upon 40. But tan 45 is how much? 1, right? So X upon 40. So X became 40 centimeters. तो मेरे को ये वाला लेंथ मिल गया, यहां से लेके यहां तक मेरे को 40 सेंटीमीटर्स मिल गया. Okay. Now if I take this बड़ा वाला triangle, this big triangle, and in that I take tan 60. Tan 60. This is tan 60, which is this, which is AC upon adjacent 40. Tan 60 is how much? √3, which is AC upon 40. तो AC की वैल्यू कितनी होगी? 40 √3. हुई कि नहीं? But I have to find out AD. So can I say AC is AD plus DC, which means AC is 40 √3 is AD and DC was 40, which means AD will become 40 √3 minus 40, which will 40 if I take common, √3 minus 1, which is 40. √3 I can take 1.732 minus 1, which is 40 into 0.732. So I will simply do 732 into 4, 8, 2, 1, 28, 29. There was 1 0 and there were 3 decimals. So 29.28 should be the value of AD. This is the answer. Okay. Now I have been given, find the lengths of the diagonals AC and BD, sixth sum. Interesting sum. So all you require in the sum is you should know the properties of, I think it's a rhombus. So let us say, so what is given to us? I'm being given a rhombus. Okay. A, B, C, D. All 4 sides are equal. It has been given. And I have to find the length of these diagonals. And AB is given to me as 60 centimeters. So this is 60 centimeters. Okay. And this angle BAD is given to me as 60 degrees. Okay. And I have to find out the length of the diagonals. Now we know one property in rhombus, that the diagonals, they intersect at 90 degrees. Correct? By using congruency, we can prove diagonals intersect at 90 degrees. So which means this angle is 90 degrees. And also diagonals are the internal angle bisectors, which means this is an angle bisector, which means this is 60, this is 30 and this is 30. That's what it means. So these are the two properties which I know. Which means ये जो triangle मेरा बना, ये जो triangle मेरा बना, I will just take this part of the triangle out. This is the point, let us say intersection point O. This is A, this is B, this is 60 centimeters, this is 30, this is 90. So this becomes 60. Okay. So now, I will not use the 60 right now. Now मेरे को length of diagonal पूछा है, तो मेरे को ये AO निकालना है. तो AO निकालने के लिए मैं क्या यूज करूं? Can I use cos 30? Because cos 30 I can use as adjacent side upon hypotenuse is this. Cos 30 is what? Root 3 by 2. So OA कितना बन गया? 60 root 3 upon 2, which means 30 root 3. So this length of OA I removed as 30 root 3, which means this part became 30 root 3. So similarly, this angle, this because they bisect each other. The diagonals are bisected each other. So this is 30 root 3, which means this is also 30 root 3, which means the length of total this diagonal is going to be 30 root 3 plus 30 root 3, which is 60 root 3. Okay. So find the lengths of the diagonals AC and this. Now, if this angle is 60, which means this angle is going to be 120. Why? Because this is a parallelogram, so opposite sides are parallel to each other. And if these are parallel to each other and this is a transversal, the sum of internal angles between the parallel lines has to be 180. So this is 120. And since this is a bisector, this will be 60. Now I will draw DOC here. ये DOC इसको बाहर लेके आया तो ये 60 डिग्री है. अब ये लेंथ तो 60 है बिकॉज इसमें सबका लेंथ सेम ही होता है. AB 60 है तो DC भी 60 होगा. और ये तो 90 डिग्री पे बाइसेक्ट हो रहा है तो ये 90 डिग्री होगा. और ये मैंने ऑलरेडी फाइंड आउट कर लिया था तो ये 30 रूट 3 था. ठीक है. अब इसके अंदर मैं tan 60 लगा दूं तो tan 60 is opposite upon adjacent, so that is 30 root 3 upon OD. Tan 60 is root 3, so 30 root 3 upon OD. root 3 से root 3 कट गया तो OD कितना आया? 30. मतलब इसकी जो लेंथ है मेरे को 30 आ गई. Which means ये तो बाइसेक्ट करता है ना, डायगोनल्स बाइसेक्ट ईच अदर. तो ये 30 है तो ये भी 30 होगा. तो ये फुल लेंथ कितनी हो जाएगी? 30 plus 30, that is 60. So 60 and 60 root 3 are the lengths of the diagonals. We solved this using properties of rhombus, properties of parallel lines, trigonometric ratios, and we could find the answer. Very interesting sum. Find AB. Let us try to do the next challenging sum. This exercise is a very good exercise. When you go to 10th grade or higher grade like 11th, there are some questions on heights and distances where this chapter is going to be very useful. These concepts are going to be very useful to you. So now, let us say 7th sum, the diagram which we have been given in the 7th sum, which goes something like this. This is 60 degrees. This is 30. This is 60 degrees. This is 20. This is 45 degrees. A, C, D, B, F, E. I have to find out this length. Okay. To find out this length, I need to find out AC, I need to find out CD, and I need to find out BC. So AC is very simple because if I take AFC as a triangle, I can put tan 45 here. Tan 45 is opposite upon adjacent, that is 20 upon AC. Tan 45 is 1, so 20 upon AC. So AC is 20. So I could find this. This is 20. Similarly, I can find out DB. How? I can use tan 60 in this triangle, DBE. Tan 60 is opposite, which is 30 upon DB. This is root 3. This is 30 upon DB. Tan 60 is root 3. So DB becomes 30 upon root 3. If I rationalize the denominator, root 3 into root 3, I multiply by root 3. So this becomes 30 upon 3 root 3, which is 10 root 3. So I got this also. This is 10 root 3. Now the challenge is to find CD. So CD I directly cannot find because I have to take help of some angle. Maybe this angle is given to me because to find CD. So what I will do, I'll drop a perpendicular from it. Correct? So if this is X, this also will be X because they both are perpendicular and now this become a rectangle. So this entire thing is given to me as 30. This is 20, which means this becomes 20, which means the balance this will be 10. Okay. Now I will apply tan 60 here. So tan 60 in this triangle will be opposite upon adjacent, which is x upon 10. So this becomes root 3 is x upon 10. So x is 10 root 3. So I could find this x as 10 root 3, which means this also will become 10 root 3. Now total length of EB would be 20 plus 10 root 3 plus 10 root 3. 20 plus 20 root 3. If I take 20 common, root 3 plus 1. If 21.732 plus 1, that is 20 into 2.732. So I will take 2, 7, 3, 2 and 2, 4, 6, 14, 1, 4, 5, 1, 0. I will put 3 decimals. I will put 54.64 is the answer. Okay. Next. Eighth one. उससे ब्रेक होके आ जाएगा क्या समझ में? So there is a trapezium which is given to us. This is the trapezium which is given to us. These are parallel sides of the trapezium. This is 20 centimeters and this is 60 degrees. This is A, B, C, D. So this is the diagram given to us, and AD equals to DC equals to BC. So all these are 20 centimeters. So this is basically an isosceles trapezium. Find the length of AB. So to find the length of AB, I can simply draw a perpendicular from here and I can simply draw a perpendicular from here. Correct? Now, since this is an isosceles trapezium, because this side is equal to this side, if this angle is 60, this angle also will be 60. Okay. Now, if this is 20 centimeters and these are the perpendicular drop, which means this also will be 20 centimeters. Okay. And now by congruency, I can always prove this triangle is congruent to this triangle. So if I find this length, I can always find this length, which is going to be equal. So this length I can find using sine 60. Using cos 60, because I have to find this, so I can use cos 60 adjacent upon hypotenuse. Cos 60 is better. because sin 60 I do not know this side, I cannot use sin 60. So I will cos 60, which is AC upon 20. Cos 60 is half, which is AC upon 20. So AC becomes 10. So this becomes 10. So this similarly, this also will become 10. So I have to find AB, which is 10 plus 20 plus 10. 40 is the answer. That's what we wanted to find. Distance between AB. Distance between AB. So distance between AB and DC. AB and DC. So 40 minus 20 is 20. Okay. Distance between AB and DC. That's another part which you have to use, which means we have to find this height. Is between AB and DC we have to find. So which means I have to find basically this height in दोनों के बीच का distance. So here again I will use, I can use, so I know this as 10 and this as 20, correct? So I will simply apply the Pythagoras theorem in this triangle, which will be AC square plus DC square is 20 square. AC square is 10 square plus DC square, this is 400. So DC square, this is 100 equals to 400. So DC square is 400 minus 100. So DC square is 300. So DC square is 3 into 100. So DC will be square root of 3 into square root of 100. That is 10 root 3. So this distance is 10 root 3. Okay. So let's move on. That one is a very simple one. So we'll try to go to the next one. Find the length of AB, the 10th sum. So there is a diagram which is given to us, which is something like this. This is 90. This is 45 degrees. This is 60 degrees. This is 90. This is 30 centimeters. A, E, D, C, and B. Find the length AB. So we have to find this length, entire length. Okay. So now, if this is given to me as 30, and this is 90, this is 90, which means this actually is a rectangle, which means this entire length is equal to this length, which is 30 centimeters. Okay. Now, if I get this as 30 centimeters, in this triangle AED, I can put tan 45. Tan 45 is opposite, which is AE upon adjacent, which is 30. So tan 45 is 1, which is AE upon 30. So AE becomes 30. So this distance I got 30 centimeters. Now this is 90, which means this is 90. If I want to find AB, I got AE. If I find EB, I can easily find out. So I will use tan 60 in this triangle. So what is tan 60 in that triangle? Opposite, which is EB upon adjacent, which is 30. What is tan 60? Root 3. So EB upon 30. So EB is 30 root 3. So I got this as 30 root 3. I am to find AB. So AB is this 30 plus 30 root 3. So 30 1 plus root 3, that is 30 1 plus 1.732, that is 30 into 2.732. So I will do 2732 into 3, 691,268. I'll put 1 0 and 3 here, so 81.96 centimeters. This is the answer. Okay. So 11th one you can similarly do it. 12th one also is very simple. 13th also is very simple. Let's try to do 14th sum. What does that sum say? In a right angle triangle ABC, B is 90. So let's draw a right angle triangle. This is B, which is 90. Find the magnitude of angle A if AB is equals to root 3 times BC, that is number 1. And second question is if BC is root 3 times AB. So in both these cases, I have to find out angle A. This angle I have. So in first case, what is given to me is AB is root 3 times BC. So let us say I will assume BC as X. Okay. So if BC is X, AB will become root 3X. So AB will become root 3X. Okay. Now I have to find this angle A. So the best way is to use tan formula. So tan A is going to be opposite upon hypotenuse. The opposite is X, opposite upon adjacent. X will get cancelled. So tan A will become 1 upon root 3. Tan 30 is 1 by root 3, which implies angle A is 30 degrees. So in first case, angle A value comes to 30 degrees. Now what is second case? BC is root 3 times of AB. So in second case, my BC, so if this is X, this becomes root 3X. Now I have to find out angle A. So in that case, I will use tan A again, which is opposite root 3X upon adjacent, which is X, which is root 3. What is root 3? Tan 60 is root 3. So in this case, A will become 60 degrees. So in the first case, A will become 30 degrees. In second case, A will become as 60 degrees. Good. Let's try to do 15th sum, which is a very good sum. A ladder is placed against a vertical tower. The vertical tower है उसपे एक ladder place किया हुआ है. So let us say this is the vertical tower. This is the vertical tower, and there is a ladder which is being placed like this. Right? So obviously this is 90. The ladder makes an angle of 30 degrees with the ground. So मतलब ये जो ladder है, ये 30 degrees ground से angle बना रहा है. This is the ground. This is the ladder. And this is the tower. It makes an angle 30 degrees with the ground and reaches up to a height of 15 meters of the tower. 15 meters, which means I am given the ladder. The top point of ladder is at 15 meters from the tower. Find the length of the ladder. So I have to find out the length of this ladder. So if I have to find out the length of this ladder, I have been given the opposite side. I want to find out the hypotenuse. The best way is sine 30. Sine 30 is opposite side is 15 upon length of ladder. Sine 30 is half. So 15 upon length of ladder. So length of ladder will become 30 meters. This is the answer. Okay, next. So let's try to solve 16th sum now. So what they are saying is, a kite is attached to a 100-meter long string. Find the greatest height reached by the kite when the string makes an angle of 60 degrees with the level ground. So let us say there is a man here जो kite उड़ा रहा है, and kite is here. Okay, and we have to find out this greatest height. We have to find out this when this is making an angle of 60 degrees. And I have been given the string, which is this string is 100 meters. Okay, so this is the kite, this is ground, this is the man, and this is the string. So this is the position. I want to find out the height. So obviously, if I know, I want to find opposite side to this angle, and adjacent hypotenuse has been given. So I will use sine. Sine 60. Let us say this height is x. X upon 100, which means sine 60 is root 3 by 2 is x upon 100. I will cancel this 50. So x will become 50 root 3. Either you can leave the answer like this, or if they are asked in decimals, then perform this operation. And that would be your answer. Okay. Let's try to do 17th, first one. First part of 17th and the remaining are, I find very similar to it. So we'll do first part and we'll see how. So what they have asked. They have given a situation where we have been given a triangle like this. This is 45 degrees and this is 30 degrees. This length is 20 centimeters. This is D, this is C, this is B, and this is A. Okay. Find AB and BC. So we're supposed to find this AB and we're supposed to find BC. So let me name them as this is X and this is Y. Okay. So let me try to find out in this triangle what is the relation between by doing tan 45, because I need to know this and this. So tan 45 I can use, which is X upon Y. Tan 45 is 1, which is X upon Y, which means first I got a thing that X is equals to Y. Whatever is the value of this is going to be the value of this. So I can say this is also X because they both are same. So I can replace this Y by X. Okay. Now let me see in this particular triangle, the big triangle, the greater triangle, the largest triangle, I will apply tan 30. That will become X upon this side, which is X plus 20. Yes or not? 20 plus X, because this was Y, but Y is equals to X because that we found out from this triangle. So now I can do 1 upon root 3 because tan 30 is 1 upon root 3, X upon X plus 20. I will take X plus 20 there and I will take root 3 there. Now I will do 20, I will take X on that side. So root 3X minus X. So 20 becomes X, I will take common root 3 minus 1. I will take now root 3 minus 1 in the denominator. I will rationalize the denominator. So I will do root 3 plus 1. And here I will do root 3 minus 1 into root 3 plus 1. So now this will become 20 root 3 plus 1. A minus B, A plus B is A square minus B square. So this will become 20 into root 3 plus 1, 3 minus 1, which is going to become 20 root 3 plus 1 upon 2. This gets cancelled. So which is 10 into 1.732 plus 1, which is 10 into 2.732, which is 27.32 is the answer. Okay. That's how we're going to solve this problem. Let's try to do one last sum, 20th one. The perimeter of rhombus is 96 centimeters and obtuse angle of it is 120 degrees. Find the lengths of its diagonals. Interesting sum. So let us say this is what has been given to us. Now the obtuse angle is this, which is 120 degrees. And its perimeter is 96 centimeters, which means all the sides are equal. So 96 upon 4 is the side of each length of each side. So 4 2s are 24. So each side is 24 centimeters. That could I find out from the information. So I want to find the length of each diagonal. So let us try to find out the length of each diagonal. Again, we will use the property. The diagonals bisect each other at 90 degrees. So if this is A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. So they will bisect, which means this is equal to this, and this is equal to this. And this is 90 degrees. Also, I know the diagonals are internal bisectors of the angles. So if they are internal bisectors, if this is 120, this will be 60, because internal angle should be 180, because this is a rhombus. Rhombus means the two sides are parallel, and this is the transversal. This is 120, then this has to be 60, because sum of the angles between two parallel lines, internal angles, is 180. And now since it's a bisector, this will be 30 and this will be 30. Okay. Now if I take this triangle, I'll take this as O. So I will take A, O, B separately. This is 90, this is 30, this is 24, this is O, this is B, and this is A. So I will try to use in this particular, I know the hypotenuse, and I can find out the length of OB, or I can find out the length of OA in both the situations. So I will use, let us say, cos. So cos 30 will be adjacent, which is OA, upon hypotenuse, which is 24. So cos 30 is root 3 by 2, which is OA upon 24. So OA will become 24 root 3 upon 2, which is 12 root 3. So this became 12 root 3. Sorry, this became 12 root 3. And now since this is equal to this, this will also become 12 root 3. So the length of this diagonal will be 12 root 3 plus 12 root 3, which is 24 root 3. So we can find the diagonal AC. Similarly, let's try to find out the length of diagonal DB. Now since this is 120 degrees, this will be 60 degrees and this will be 60 degrees. So now let's try to draw this triangle DOC. This is 90, this is 24, this is 60. Okay. And this we already got as 12 root 3. So I can again use here sine 60. So sine 60 is this upon this, or I will use cos 60, because I need to find the length of this diagonal, right? So I will use cos 60. So cos 60 is adjacent upon hypotenuse. So adjacent is DO upon 24. Cos 60 is half, which is DO upon 24. Cut 12, DO becomes 12. So this length becomes 12, which means this becomes 12. Now this and this is equal, so this is also 12. So length of BD is 12 plus 12 is 24. So length of two diagonals are 24 and 24. Thank you so much. With this, we have completed the chapter number 24th, and now we are left only with one chapter of trigonometry of 9th grade. And in the entire day, we'll try to finish complementary angles also. We'll take a short break. Thank you so much.